The Stockholm Underground is a rapid transit system in Stockholm, Sweden. The first line opened in 1950 and today the system has 100 stations in use, of which 47 are underground and 53 above ground. There are 3 colored main lines on the tube maps. These do, however, from 7 actual routes. Routes number 17, 18 and 19 belonging to the green main line, 13 and 14 red main line, and 10 and 11 blue main line all go through Stockholm city center in a very centralized metro system. All 7 actual lines use the Centralen hub station. Apart from this central station for the metro, there exists just one other interchange between lines, the Friedrichshemsplan station. Single tickets must be bought in advance, typically in privately owned smaller shops or at ticket machines that are available in all underground stations and on several tram, bus or boat stops. Passengers can also buy tickets at the ticket booth just by the gates to the underground. Traffic in underground moves on left-hand side because cars and trams still drove on the left in Sweden when the underground system opened. In 2017, the underground carried 353 million passengers, which corresponds to 1.2 million in a normal weekday. The Stockholm Underground system has been called the world's longest art gallery, with more than 90 of the network's 100 stations decorated with sculptures, rock formations, mosaics, paintings, installations, engravings and reliefs by over 150 different artists. The first part of the metro was opened on 1st of October 1950 from Slussen to Håkarangen, having been converted from tram to metro operation. In 1951, a second line from Slussen to Starby was opened, which was also tram operated until then. In 1952, a second system from Otterget to the western suburbs was opened in 1957. The 2 parts were connected via the central station at T-Centralen and the Old Town at Gamla Stan metro station, forming the Green Line. During the period of 1950 to 1960, the Green Line was extended piece by piece. The Red Line was opened in 1964 from T-Centralen over Liljeholmen, ending in Frunagen and Onsberg, both in the southwest. It was extended piece by piece until 1978, when it reached Morby Centrum via a bridge over Staxundet Sea Strait. The third and final system, the Blue Line, was opened in 1975 with 2 lines running northwest from the city center. As the construction requirements have become more strict over the years, newer segments have more tunnels than older ones, and the Blue Line is almost entirely tunneled. The latest addition to the whole network, Skarmpak station, was opened in 1994. There are 100 stations in use in the Stockholm Metro, of which 47% are underground. One station, Hemlinge, was built but never put into use. One station has been taken out of use and demolished. The old surface station at Bagarmosen was demolished and replaced with a new underground station, this being prior to the metro extension to the Skarpnäck metro station. The Stockholm Metro is well known for the decoration of its stations. Several of the stations, especially on the Blue Line, are left with the bedrock exposed, crude and unfinished, or as part of the decoration. At Rasny, an informative wall fresco about the history of Earth civilizations runs along both sides of the platform. The Green Line, officially Tunnelbana 1 or Metro 1, has 3 routes and 49 stations, 12 subterranean, 9 concrete, 3 rock and 37 above ground stations. The track is 41.256 meters long. The Red Line, Tunnelbana 2, has 2 routes and 36 stations, 20 subterranean, 4 concrete, 16 rock and 15 above ground stations. The track is 41.238 meters long, only 18 meters shorter than the Green Line. The Blue Line Tunnelbana 3 has 2 routes and 20 stations, 19 subterranean, all rock and 1 elevated station. The track is 25.560 meters long. Trains are operated from 5 to 1 AM with extended all-night service on Fridays and Saturdays. All lines have trains every 10 minutes during the day, reduced to every 15 minutes in early mornings and late evenings, and every 30 minutes at night. Additional trains during peak hours gives a train every 5 to 6 minutes on most stations, with 2 to 3 minutes between trains on the central parts of the network. The metro contains 4 interchanges: T-Centralen, Slussen, Gamla Stan and Friedrichshemsplan. and lacks any kind of circular or partly circular line, although Stockholm has a semicircular light rail line, Tvärbanan. There is a connection to the main rail network, which is used for deliveries of new trains and some other purposes. There are three main types of cars in the Stockholm Metro: the newer C20 and C30 stocks, and the older C1 to C15 stocks, which are collectively referred to as the CX stock. A train typically consists of 2 or 3 cars of the C20 stock connected in double or triple configuration, 6 or 9 cars, 2 cars of the C30 stock connected in double configuration, 8 cars, or 6 or 8 cars of the CX stocks. A full-length train, 3 C20 cars, 2 C30 cars or 8 CX cars is about 140 meters in length and takes about 1,250 passengers, of which about 380 can be seated. Historically, the metro is converted from a tramway, and the older sections were run as tramway for a few years. The Stockholm Metro runs electrically using a third rail. The maximum speed is 80 km per hour on the red and blue lines, 70 km per hour on the green line, 50 km per hour at the platforms. Since the mid-1980s, the Stockholm Metro has been seriously affected by graffiti. Previously, a train on which graffiti had been painted could remain in service for weeks, and graffiti could remain in place at stations for months, if not for years. Nowadays, however, trains with graffiti are taken out of service immediately, and graffiti at stations is regularly cleaned up within a few days. The future plannings include extension of the blue line southwards from Kangstar Garden, extension of the blue line northwest from Akalla to Bakarvi railway station via one new station, construction of a new 4th metro line initially consisting of a short 3-station line, another new line between Friehemsplan and Alsio and Liljeholmen, Arstarberg, Arstafaltet and Ostberga.